Imagine this. You dive into the ocean, no scuba tanks, no snorkel, no holding your breath, just breathing underwater like it's the most natural thing in the world.
You swim past coral reefs, dodge curious dolphins, maybe even wave at a confused shark. But what would happen if humans really could breathe underwater like fish?
Okay, first, how do fish actually pull that off? Fish don't have lungs like we do. They have gills, which are basically biological filters. Gills extract dissolved oxygen from water, kind of like how our lungs pull oxygen from air. The difference? Water is way denser than air, about 800 times denser, and it holds way less oxygen. So fish have to push a lot of water over their gills just to stay alive.
Now imagine giving humans that same power. Let's say overnight, everyone on Earth wakes up with fully functional gills on their necks. No need to come up for air ever again. What would our world look like?
First off, we'd need a major body makeover. Human lungs wouldn't help underwater, so we'd have to evolve gills, thin, feathery tissues packed with blood vessels. But here's the catch. Gills only work if water flows constantly over them, so we'd need to either keep swimming all the time or invent some kind of underwater fan helmet to push water through. Yeah, even in our breathe underwater future, engineers would still be busy making gadgets.
And let's talk about the breathing itself. To get enough oxygen from water, fish use up a ton of energy. For humans, who are much bigger and more active, that means eating way more food. So if you thought grocery prices were bad now, wait until you're burning calories just by floating.
Next, life underwater. If humans could breathe down there, we'd probably start building underwater cities. Think Atlantis, but with Starbucks and traffic jams. Pressure would be a problem, though. At just a few dozen meters below the surface, water pressure can crush your lungs if you're not built for it. So our underwater humans would need reinforced bones and stronger blood vessels. Basically, we'd look like slightly squishy submarines.
Pressure would be a problem, though. At just a few dozen meters below the surface, water pressure can crush your lungs if you're not built for it. So our underwater humans would need reinforced bones and stronger blood vessels. Basically, we'd look like slightly squishy submarines.
Communication would also get weird. Sound travels faster in water, but our voices wouldn't carry the same way. Talking would sound like shouting through a blender. Maybe we'd switch to hand signals or underwater text messages.
Oh, and hair? Always wet. Forever. Sorry, no good hair days in Atlantis. But there's an upside. We could explore 70% of Earth that's currently off limits to us. The deep sea, coral ecosystems, shipwrecks. We'd finally see them firsthand instead of watching them on documentaries. Tourism would explode. People would vacation in underwater hotels, take selfies with whales, and probably start underwater TikTok trends like Mermaid Monday.
But here's the twist. If we lived underwater full time, the land might start to die off. Our farms, cities, and forests would be abandoned. Without humans maintaining them, nature would take over fast. On land, deer and raccoons would rule the suburbs. Meanwhile, under the waves, human pollution would skyrocket, because now we'd be tossing trash straight into our new front yards, the ocean. Even worse, breathing underwater wouldn't protect us from climate change. Rising sea temperatures and acidification could still wreck our watery homes. We might go from cool underwater city to boiling fish soup in a few centuries. So could humans really live underwater? Maybe, with enough evolution and technology. But even if we could breathe underwater, we'd trade one set of problems for another. Sure, we'd unlock a new frontier, but we'd also face crushing pressure, freezing temperatures, and endless soggy socks. Maybe it's better to leave the ocean to the fish and just visit with scuba gear once in a while. So, what do you think? Would you rather live on land or dive forever beneath the waves? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this splash of science, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more curious what-if adventures.